Hi guys, yes, it is me. Well, I don't know who else you thought it was gonna be, but yeah, it is. Um, so before we get started, I've got two secrets, two things I need to let you know before we get started. First, I'm gonna need you to do one thing, tiny little thing. You see that button over there? Oh, whatever it is. If you can hit that button, I really appreciate it. Really would help me to continue to make more videos like this and to cover certain things through my research of things that I learned myself as an artist and songwriter. But yeah, the second thing is I know the title of this video is probably going to be called One Thing Artists Need to Know About Marketing, but it's not just one thing. There's a lot of things that you guys probably need to know or be aware of when you are marketing or when you're doing your ads or Google ads or Facebook ads, however way you want to promote your music. And as I like to say, yeah, continue to create music, continue to make more music, and yeah, just keep making music. That's the main important thing. Don't just get sold. Don't just get sold in just one idea. Keep making more ideas. Keep pushing yourself, and That's how you become the best. So typically, it's said that artists need a large budget to be able to reach a large amount of the demographic, but um, uh, it's kind of true, but it's also not. It becomes how you utilize your budget. But speaking, I think we all know we can't actually compare a major label to an independent artist. The reasons why most artists' songs reach the people they reach is because of the large budget that goes into the marketing, that goes into the ads, that goes into pushing the music. And you can't really compare the budget of a major label in comparison to an independent artist. So yes, you do need a large budget to reach the certain level of demographic that you might want. So it is important to understand that because a large budget is needed in terms of marketing to reach the level of target market that you might want to reach. And as you can understand, example here, Coca-Cola, they've been putting almost nearly a million billions into their marketing their products, and they probably put more of their budget into marketing than they do anything else. That's just to show you how big marketing is, how big it is in comparison to most other aspects of the business. It is the intellectual property that now kind of rules everything. So enough of that. Important to another second thing is, guys, it's important to know your niche. Now, I've seen several advice online on spreading your ads to people in Indonesia, Africa, Cambodia, and all that. And I think it's amazing that your music and as an independent artist can actually reach those people and they can appreciate your music, which is very good. And I think that's great for music, but I don't think as an independent artist that's particularly a smart idea. If you see as an independent artist, one of your main intellectual properties or one of your main assets is your ability to perform and to make money from your shows. That is the only genuine way you're gonna be making any money if you make money. because it wouldn't really be from streams, because we all know that streams don't really, yeah, let's leave that for another day. But it would be from your touring, it would be from your shows. That would be a large amount of what your actual revenue is collected from. So it is important to understand that, and directing your sales or directing your marketing or your advertising to people in Cambodia or Africa is not particularly efficient with what you're doing with your budget, because unless you live in Cambodia or Africa, or plan to go there for a trip or to do shows, then it really doesn't, the return on your investment doesn't really make sense. To nail down your target market, nail down your niche, nail down what who your fans look like, what do they dress, how do they look, what do they wear, what do they do at 9 p.m. at night, what are they doing at, in the daytime, what activities they do, and those things. The more you define that, the easier it would be, and the more efficient you will be able to use your budget to actually reach the people that need to reach your music, and people that will actually be fans and will actually come to your shows and that will actually buy your merch, and vice versa. So it takes time. Yeah. I mean, as an independent artist, you should know that everything you do is for the long run. It's a marathon, not a race. You're not going to, I mean, you could blow up from one song, it's possible, but typically that won't always happen for every single that you drop. So you kind of have to think of it as a marathon and try to continue to push your projects with a budget, and on a long-term basis, on a consistent basis. If it's just pushing it to people in your town, pushing it to people around your area first, and then moving over to a wider range or wider market like America or UK or Europe, then that would be a smart idea. But you kind of have to work small and think big little, and work small and then go big later. The third, well, ain't the third, well, yeah, it kind of goes without saying. It sounds like, oh, yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah, gotta be creative. It is important to understand that you can't compare yourself to these major labels which have massive budgets to work with, and that even they still make mistakes and they still fail in terms of marketing. But it shows when we see certain artists which kind of remind us that really the most effective marketing, or the most effective ways of branding ads is things that are unique and are smart and if you break them down to the common points of what marketing or what connection with your consumers are, it is really two touch points, which are online and offline. And if you can really capitalize on one very effectively and then bring it back to the online, then really you already have an effective campaign. So yes, I just gave you a whole for free. I know. So so it's important to be creative, important to be effective, and utilize your budget. And if it sometimes just takes something as a small idea and just going full throttle with it, and being intentional and just capturing emotions of people, that usually works out well. Yes, guys, I just saved you 500,000 from what someone would charge you for saying all that in 2 sentences. Yes. The 5th point is create a playlist. Now, it has been so isn't talked about a lot, that playlists now are the main aspect in which people find new music or reach new artists. So one thing I don't understand is creating a playlist is free. So why are you not paying them? For artists, you should already have, I think as a base, at least a playlist of all your music onto one of your and onto your page, and it should be something that you push regularly because it's your music. You should create a playlist for it. So that's just one thing I would say, and an avenue that I would say, an avenue that I would an avenue that I would advise is for you to not just push your single or songs, is preferably to push your playlist with all your songs in it and albums and whatever. This way, if a consumer finds your music, or is interested in you, they're not only exposed to just that one song which they might like or might not like, they have an option to pick and select through a range of products, a range of songs that they might be then interested in, and then start to follow you based on that. So tell you this, guys, within your area or town, always got to think, as an independent artist, you have a small business. You have to think like a small business. You can't think like your big business yet. You will be, hopefully. I believe in you. I do. But you have to think like a small business. And what do small businesses do well? They have great customer relationships. They know, if you go to every small business in your town, they know which every person's name is. They know what the shop person that lives, your neighbor's name. They are very connected to the town and to the area. And you must start in the same sense. You must start with your town. You must start with your area, your house, that's the only place you can start, and then you build. And as word to Jay-Z, stack your shelf and keep stacking your shelves. You start small and you keep building. You can't think big, and I think it's a lot of artists want to go big straight away, which is good, but it doesn't last because you haven't built the foundations. You need to start with a small fan base, with small people, 5 people, 10 people, and just build from that, and build and build and build. And that is generally how you can build the connections with people, and long-lasting connections, and that's important to. But yeah, this is a short video, guys. This is a short video, guys, about marketing and things that people need to know in terms of how to market their product, how to market their unique, how to market their music through ads and Facebook and other means, but also how to think about it. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for taking your time out. I hope you found value in what I've said and can use some of the information to better create more music, or use your music to reach and connect to people. And remember, guys, your music is about people. You're there to connect with people. So if you can remember that when you're making music and when you're reaching out and pushing it out to others, you're pretty much there. You just have to be consistent and continue to work hard. And yeah, as I said, I believe in you. Keep pushing, keep making music, and engage, guys. Let me know, send me some songs. I love to hear them. I'm always posting my music online. So thank you guys for listening. Hope you have an amazing day, and stay safe.